Hi besties, how you doing? Okay, so today we're making coconut rice, and I know that some of us on this queue probably know how to make coconut rice, but I bet you that 1% do not know how to make coconut rice, and they're probably at the back. So let's give them some chance to like come forward so we can take them along on how to prepare a very delicious pot of coconut rice. Not the regular that you know, but something different and unique. Okay, let's go. So first, we need your coconut oil. I got this brand and it's tasted so good, so I'll recommend. So going into coconut oil into a pot, just a little quantity. You don't want to use too much oil. Then next, you need to go in with your coconut flavor. You could find this in a cake shop where they sell baking ingredients. That was where I got one, but you could check any other shop. They would probably come handy and you find one. So go in a little amount of your coconut flavor into your pot. You already have coconut oil, and then next go in with your diced or finely chopped onion, and then allow it to fry for a bit to build up some flavors. Then you go in with your diced chopped pepper. I used bell pepper, red bell pepper. I used habanero pepper, and I use scotch bonnet pepper for this. So just depends on how spicy you want your rice to be. If you're not a lover of pepper, then I guess you just use a very little quantity. Then go in with your salt next, and going with your seasoning to taste. Use any seasoning of your choice. I used Nor chicken for this. You can use any seasoning of your choice, just what you'd use on a regular day. And give it a bit of stir and allow it to fry for a bit as well. Okay, so just keep stirring till you're satisfied. Then next you go in with our washed rice. So I recommend to use basmati rice, as that's what I also used there. So I just washed my rice and I went in with it. And now this is the tea for this recipe. In fact, there are lots of teas, depends on the particular stage you're in. So for this, just follow along, and if you be trying to do exactly as I'm doing in this video to get the perfect taste. So this, you're going to fry your rice with the pepper base you already made. So fry for some time, because I don't want my video to be very long and skip out or cut out so many parts of the frying process. So just keep frying and stirring and frying and stirring. And when you're done with that, you go in with your pre-cooked or pre-cooked meat or turkey. For this video I used goat meat and turkey, and I diced them just this perfect size I would like. Then I also went with a bit of my meat stock, just to add some flavors. Then give it a bit of stir and also continue frying your rice, just fry together. So I said pre-cooked, like not um fully cooked, because we are still going to be cooking this meat in our with our rice. So this is also a tea for this recipe, this coconut block. I found this in a shop, and you just take a very little amount of it and mix with water and then add into your pot. It's, if like I said it from the beginning, everything about this coconut rice recipe is a banger. Like every single step of it is a banger. Next, you go in with your crayfish. If you don't like crayfish, you can skip that. It's totally fine. But if you like crayfish and you don't mind, then why not go in with your crayfish and give it a bit of stir and just keep frying, because while you're doing this, you're still frying your rice. So at every stage of you adding something into this pot, you keep stirring and stirring and stirring, so your rice doesn't start to get burnt. Then next, we add in our coconut milk. So if you can make or prepare your coconut milk from scratch, then that's totally fine. That's even the best method. But if you don't have that, then why not you get coconut milk from the shop, and that also works perfectly fine. So going with that and stir this. So for this, the process of our stirring will be to lift and to turn, because you are in that way you are taking in the up and bringing it down, and then taking it down and bringing it up, like if you know what I mean, like lifting and turning in that sense. So while you're done with that, you go in with as much water that you know it's enough to prepare your rice. So for this video, we're going to be doing lots of lifting and turning because that's how we're going to ensure that our rice doesn't get burnt and we don't get to add too much water to our rice because we don't want our rice to be soggy. We want a finely cooked rice. So go ahead to ensure to lift and turn at intervals so that everything gets cooked like divinely. So at this point, our rice was almost ready, and like I said, there's a lot of stirring. In fact, I had to cut out so many parts of this video because I kept lifting and turning, lifting and turning, lifting and turning until I was satisfied with texture of my rice. So next, I'll go in with my fish, panla fish. I was trying to remember the English name for this fish, but if you're familiar with panla fish, yes, that is the fish I used for this. But if you don't have this panla fish, it's fine. You can go with any other fish of your choice. I'm just trying to like add up as many protein as I could, and that also helped contribute to the taste of the food. So yeah, why not? You can go ahead to add if you have one, and just give it a bit of stir. And at this point, I think I'd even reduced my cooking gas to the barest minimum, so you could do that as well so that your food doesn't get burnt. So at this point, our rice is already turned off the gas, and just take a look at this beauty. Just take a look at how really nice this rice looks. Besties, don't forget to try this recipe and let me know in the comment section how it turned out for you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.